Okay, hello. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Rizky. I'm from University of Jember. And today, I will explain why there is no simple explanation in answer to the question, what is tourism? I will explain the diversity of the tourism industry and provide a range of definitions of tourism that have been developed by academic and practitioners. A more complete definition, tourism is the service industry. They handle service ranging from transportation, hospitality, and housing, food and beverage, and other relevant services such as banking, insurance service, security, and also over a place of rest, culture, escape, adventure, new and different experience. Okay, many country rely heavily on this tourism industry as a source of taxes and revenue for companies selling service to the tourists. Therefore, the development of the tourism industry is one of the strategies used by non-government organizations to promote certain area as tourist area to increase trade through the sale of goods and service to the non-local people. It is largely due to the indirect contribution to the tourism that defining and measuring the tourism industry is so difficult. Tourism comes in many different shape and size, and there are many different type of tourism. There is mass tourism, niche tourism, and special interest tourism. There is domestic tourism and international tourism. There is inbound tourism and outbound tourism. Whilst there is a range of different forms of tourism, they all come under the broad tourism umbrella. Nonetheless, this is because they all revolve around visitor and they all fit the visitor economy in one way or another. So, what is the definition of tourism? Okay, tourism phenomenon with no universally accepted definition, owing to the complexity and individualism of the travel themselves and the activity that they chose to undertake. The most widely utilized definition of tourism proposed by the World Trade Organization or WTO and United States National Statistic Division in 1994 prescribed that in order to qualify as a tourist, one must travel and remain in place outside of their usual residential environment for not more than one consecutive year for leisure, business, or other purpose. And from Matheson and Wall 1982, on the other hand, do not impose a time frame simply stating that one must travel to a destination temporarily. And another from Leiper in 1979 believed that defining tourism is more complex than this, proposing that there are three approaches that can be taken. The economic stand focus on tourism as a business. The technical stand focus on the tourism. on the tourist is ordered to provide a common basis by which to collect data, and the holistic stance attempt to include the cultural essence of the subject. And from the Cambridge Dictionary, define tourism quite simple as the business of providing service as a transport, place to stay, or entertainment for people who are on holiday. With such attempt to define the concept of tourism may be useful from a generic perspective. The practical application of such definition is difficult when applied to specific tourism type, such as those outlined today. Okay, and now I'm gonna tell you the type of tourism are follows. First is there is a cultural tourism, namely a trip made on the basis of a desire to broaden one own outlook on life by visiting other place or abroad, studying the situation of the people, their custom, their way of life, their culture and art. Along with this kind of journey is united with opportunity to take part in cultural activities such as exposition like a dance, drama, music, and sound art, or activity with historical motivity and so on. And there is maritime tourism. This type this type of tourism is widely associated with sport activity in the water, especially in lake, beach, bay, or the sea, such as fishing, sailing, diving, whale shooting, surfing, competition, rowing race, like looking at the marine park with the beautiful scenery below, water surface, as well as a variety of marine recreation that are mostly carried out in maritime area or countries in the Caribbean Sea, Hawaii, Tahiti, Fiji, and so on in Indonesia. There are many places and areas that have the potential of maritime tourism, such as Thousand Island in Jakarta Bay. It's in Indonesian like Kepulauan Seribu, Lake Toba, the coast of Bali Island, and the small island around it, Marine Park in the Maluku Island, and so on. And for the third is nature reserve tourism or conservation park. This type of tourism is usually organized by travel agent or agency that specially in business by arranging tours to places or areas of nature reserve, protect park, forest in mountain area, and so on, whose sustainability is protected by law. This nature reserve tour is mostly carried out by fans and nature lovers in connection with the hobby of photographing or animal genre, and the colorful flower trees, which are indeed protected by the government and the community. And next is convention tours. Close to political type tourism is the so-called convention tour. Various countries are currently wielding convention tour by providing building facility, with meeting room for participation of in conference, deliberation, convention or other meeting, both national and international. And next, from agricultural tourism or agrotourism. Agrotourism. As an industrial tour, this agricultural tour is organizing of trip to agricultural project, plantation, nursery field, and so on, where group tourists can make visit and review for study purpose or have a look around while enjoying the freshness of colorful plant and various type of vegetable and crop around the plantation visit. And the next again, hunting tourism. This type is mostly practiced in countries that do have area or forests where hunting is justified by the government and encouraged by forest travel agent or agency. This hunting tour is arranged in the form of hunting safari to an area forest that has been determined by the government of the country. Such various countries in Africa to hunt elephant, lion, giraffe, and so on. In India, there are areas that are indeed provided for hunting tigers, rhinos, and so on. While in Indonesia, the government opened hunting tour for the Baluran area in East Java, where tourists can shoot bull or wild boar. Okay, that's enough for me. Thank you so much for all my lecture. Okay, see you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.